Well, I started it just to see if it would run, and it does very nicely. Started easy. Takes a lot of throttle to start it. Sounds good. I've got the idle set up a little high. Really clean oil. Let's see what happens when I turn the lights on. It says it kills it. And it does. How about that? Turn the lights on and it kills the engine. May not be charging. How fascinating. Okay, we'll look into that next. I also think I will put LED lights in it. This is a 6-volt system. I can get a 6-volt tail light and headlight. And see how it goes. Okay. Anyway, it runs. And there's Peanut walking around. Nice bike. Okay, so the bike runs nicely. Like I said, it was here last in 2017, and I don't think I would have sent it out if the headlight killed the engine. So we have to find out the reason for that. It does have an oil leak down here. That's coming from the speedometer cable. I've ordered a new seal for that. It goes into the transmission on this bike, and they habitually leak. So I've got a new seal coming for that. Over here I have the fork boots. I happen to have those in stock. Those will go on as soon as I receive the new fork seals. This is the left rear passenger peg. I need a new bolt and nut, and I've got a new spring coming too to tighten that up. This is the fork lock assembly. I just spent about an hour cleaning out the receptacle for this fork lock, and finally it will slide in and out properly, but you can't install it until you put the bike on the side stand and turn the steering all the way to the right. So that's ready to be installed. Right now I'm going to take a look at the headlights and taillights and find out if they are incandescent, and if they are, I'm going to see if there are LED equivalences available for 6-volt bikes. I'll let you know. Well, there's an old saying in field engineering that negative progress is still progress. So I just took the headlight out completely. So there's no headlight, no pilot light. And I disconnected the tail light so that there's no tail light, no brake light. I started the bike and turned on the light switch, and the bike started to hesitate and pop and spit. So just turning on the light switch makes a difference. That doesn't make any sense, so I'm going to take lift the seat up now and start chasing a few wires looking for some sort of drain on the system that's causing the light system, even without light bulbs, to draw down the ignition. There are still 2 bulbs up in the headlight, the instruments. I think I'll take a look at those. Interesting, I pulled the 2 instrument lights out of their sockets. The bike runs great, and I can turn the light system on and off, and it doesn't affect the bike at all. Let's try to figure out why these guys are causing a problem. Let me drop this. All right, I went online. I found 6-volt LED bulbs to replace headlight, tail light, instrument lights, pilot light. So they will be delivered in the next day or so. All LEDs, much less current draw. See how that does. They'll be brighter and better. Over here, I should note, the bike is wired so that the lights are on even if the ignition switch is not on. We don't like this ignition switch. It's very, very nasty feeling. It's not tight. So I've ordered a new later model switch, key on, off, on, off. And that will, I'm going to wire that so that the lights are only on or have voltage so they can be turned on when the ignition key is on. So when the ignition key is off, if the lights are left on, they will be turned off. So this is pilot, this is on for headlight. That will only happen when the new key is in the on position. So when that new ignition switch comes in, I will put it here, wire it there, and to the bike. Then we'll see what happens. I don't want to tear the bike apart, it's just too nice. The wiring is absolutely beautiful, and I got no problems with it. So we will see what happens when I get these new bulbs and switches and the other parts that I've ordered in, and get back to work on this bike sometime in the next couple of days. So at this point in time, that is all. Well, it's been a full day. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, it's 4 o'clock. All right, I've got all the lights out of this bike. I've ordered all new LED lights to replace the incandescents. So everything's hanging out in the wind right now. I spent the day, I took the side cover off, got to get at the wiring, and I modified the wiring here. This is the connector that goes to the lights on-off park switch. These are the wires that are going to go to the new ignition switch. The ignition switch had a whole bunch of wires on it, which are no longer used. They're bundled up here in shrink tubing. So those are extra. Everything's bundled up and tied down tightly. This is the battery wire. And we're ready to, as soon as I get the parts, put it back together. According to Amazon, should start to get parts tomorrow, so that'll be nice. And I ran the bike today. It runs really good. So that's where we are. Full day. Got a lot done. Looking good. Richard's sitting here, not doing anything. There's the boss down there. He's asleep. And there's the bike. And I don't know why Zoom won't work, but it doesn't. There it goes. Okay, the end of day.